Yo, what's up? It's Paul in the 619 with another Conversations with the Community. Woo! I have backstage Stu from Dr. Doom's fan club. I've known him for a little bit. You guys know him from BlamePhable. I had the pleasure of meeting him at HeroesCon this year. Dude, he's such a nice guy. And I'm so happy that he agreed for me to do an interview, a one-on-one interview. So, without further ado, let me bring in the homie.
What is that, bro? Thank you for having me.
I told him that when the cheering starts, that you can say hi, but don't say too much because you get drowned out. And I was telling him you could do this or you chose the two-handed shake. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Stu. We met at HeroesCon.
Yes, man.
Dude, finally, one of these years, Fable's gonna go down there, and we'll all be able to like hang out all together, and that's gonna be magic right there. But dude, you were down there with 9 Panel and Nick, Comic Culture. I was like, damn, dude, you guys are big time. I was like, oh my god, I'm with these dudes. This was cool.
Oh, this was
cool.
Man.
I did lose you because at the hotel they had an auction, a big auction. And there had to be, man, conservatively, there was probably 250 people in there.
Oh yeah, that's one of the big events. Absolutely, yeah. It's incredible to see. Yeah, like Daniel Warren Johnson, Scotty Young, those guys sell art for tens of thousands of dollars. It's so wild.
Oh, dude, I think that was the best thing about it. It was just like people were cheering every time there was a bid. And at the final bid was like you said, it was like over $10,000.
Yeah, it was incredible. It's cool to see Comics Curing Cancer had a piece in there, like raising money. So that Christina bought. So that was super dope.
Yeah, no, most definitely. The thing with Comics Curing Cancer, it's great cause, ran by some dope people in the community.
Yeah, man.
So okay, I'm gonna dive into the questions. First off, what are some of your earliest comic book memories?
Man, so I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 82. So for me, my coming of age really was like Batman 89. And from then on, I was kind of in the game. Wolverine was my guy, growing up. So, some of my like most craziest memories are like Fatal Attractions when Magneto ripped the adamantium out of a skeleton, dude. That shocked me as a kid, seeing my hero kind of laying low. Man, the death of Jason Todd was a crazy one. It's all like deaths, right? Crazy death. The death of Superman was another one. But yeah, man, I was
So
collecting.
you're saying comics scarred you for life.
Exactly.
You have nightmares.
Dude, Wolverine was unforgettable. I say that one
Yeah,
ad
that was
nauseum, but that
huge.
one that one was so impactful on me. Yeah, that was a crazy moment. So like yeah, those you know those and like just all those like crossover um X-Men events of the 90s and stuff like that, Age of Apocalypse and all that stuff. That's when I was like really really in it as a kid. So yeah, those are some of like my earliest and best come up with memories. Absolutely.
Very nice. Very nice. Um, where are you originally from?
So I was born in Jersey, but we moved down here when I was like 8 months old. So I've never been back to like my birthplace. So and when I say here it's like Richmond, Virginia, a little bit outside Richmond, Virginia. So yeah,
Nice. Nice.
yeah.
So, what inspired you to do YouTube content? Comic book YouTube
And
content.
that was just really like so like it started out on Instagram, just kind of posting on there, and then meeting Fable, meeting other members of this community, and getting more and more involved in it. And then I just wanted to talk about books on like a weekly basis or like on a semi regular basis. And so that's really what it sprang out of, man. It was just me um really just wanting to talk about these books that I loved, and try to um you know play a part in this community and find my niche. I think like we all there's so many different YouTube folks out there, and everybody brings something different to the game. And I think there when you're first starting out, you don't really know what that is for yourself. That's kind of like a journey you have to, I think, go on as a content creator. But like that's been part of the fun too, is figuring out like what do I bring to the table, what are my strengths, what things can I do well, and like what do I enjoy doing, because you got to have, I think, it's got to be a labor of love. You can't get burnt out on it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
most
man,
definitely.
as long as I enjoy it, and I'm still having fun and passionate about talking about these comic books, and I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go back to HeroesCon. You did this thing at HeroesCon that was freaking amazing. You had this bowl with like these questions, and you would go up to different creators, artists, writers, and you'd have them pick a question out of a bowl and read it, and you would film it. I got a kick of on that whole like segment. It was I couldn't wait for you to like get to the next person and have them ask questions. Who came up with that idea?
So that was like a kind of like a combined effort. We were between Nick, Eric, and I. We were trying to think about, because you know how like draining of an experience
Oh,
being at any con, but especially being at Heroes, man. By the time you start to hit like midday, early afternoon, if you're going at it early in the morning, you're gonna start to you're gonna
you're
start to
gonna
feel
feel it.
drained.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
also, some of these guys have lines, they don't have forever to talk to you. And this felt like a good in between to like be able to wait, be a good way to like get some insightful conversation with the creator, and be able to film it, and just kind of like improvisation, spur of the moment type stuff. But yeah, we got some really great responses. It was really I thought it was really successful, man. It's
Oh
definitely
no,
something I
it was
think we're
amazing.
gonna. Yeah, thanks, dude. It's definitely gonna
Yeah,
something we're gonna try to replicate in the future. But yeah, it was awesome. And I think it has legs just in regular interviews. I mean, I think a lot of these times these guys get in these interviews and they get kind of like the same old same when it comes to questions. So it's like nice to kind of switch it up a bit, try to challenge them.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
So, besides Heroes, what comic conventions have you gone to? Have you gone
Man,
to any
nothing.
different ones?
I've been
Okay.
to GalaxyCon. So GalaxyCon in Richmond was like my first one, and that's just like a kind of like they try to have something for everybody there. They have like actors and actresses from pop culture shows and stuff like that, and then they have stuff for the comic book people, and they have a little bit something for everybody. So it was nothing like Heroes. Like when I went to Heroes for the first time in 2024, that was the game changer, man. That was like the best part about seeing you there, is seeing you get it. Like when I first like
Oh,
when I finally like caught up with you, and just like seeing you just be like,
oh,
man,
well,
this is
the thing
unbelievable.
is, like you said it, you nailed it on the head. A lot of comic conventions, um, even like San Diego Comic Con's in my backyard. They're pop
Yeah.
culture, they're pop culture conventions that predominantly like movies and everything else, and comic books is a very small percentage. Heroes made me a believer.
Oh yeah.
You guys were singing its praises for years. I went there, I did the pilgrimage, and you guys were so right. It's definitely all comics. And Yeah, and then the thing is that all the artists and all the writers are there, and it's like the lines are they're not bad. They're not bad at all. To get
No,
signatures,
it's
I
very
mean that is the
manageable.
place. Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
think like the bigger names you have to commit like an hour and maybe a little bit north of an hour to. Like Daniel Warren Johnson, we got to his line like after lunch break one day. I want to say Saturday or something, like an hour early, but like we were the third or fourth people in line, and it's like a guy like that to me is worth the wait. You know what I mean? So you just gotta pick your battles as it is.
most definitely, most definitely.
Yeah.
I heard Sunday was a good day to get autographs because it's kind of like I guess everyone already got the autograph, so
Hmm.
the lines were really short. I forgot who told me that, but yeah. So I
Definitely.
plan to go to Heroes in 2 years.
Hell
So
yeah.
we're talking 2027. Um, yeah, there's a lot of guys out here in the West Coast are talking about going there in 2027. So that'll be
That's awesome.
amazing.
Do you go to
Um,
San Diego every year?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Just because
yeah.
it's right
And
there.
well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Well, because my wife, she's my Uber driver. She drops me off when I want to get
That's
picked up. She
awesome
calls me
though.
and she picks me up. I know,
That's
dude. There's no
awesome.
parking down there. Parking
Yeah, I bet.
is
I bet it's a
struggle.
nightmare.
And I tell everyone it's a shit show, but it's the
Mhm.
most fun you're ever gonna have. I consider it the Super Bowl of Comic Cons. I don't know if I could say that, but it's fun. If
Oh
anything,
yeah.
I need to like sleep for like 3 days after. It's so like when you say it's tiring at Air Heroes, you're not finding the crowds like in Comic Con.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to get from A to B is just like a pain in the ass,
It
but
looks insane.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
We
but
do.
everybody has it is the one everybody goes hard for, like the exclusives, and there's so
Yeah.
many great things there. Yeah.
Well, you said it earlier. We do it for the love of
Yeah.
comics. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not. I don't like lines. I hate waiting. But if there's a payoff at the end,
Yeah,
sometimes you got to
absolutely.
do it.
Absolutely. Like that's what I'm saying. You got to pick your spots, man. You got to be That's one thing like Nick and E taught me with like the first heroes is you got to have your approach. You want to kind of map things out a little bit because it really does pay dividends. Like at the end of the day, if you have a focus plan, I want to hit this person, and this person in this amount of time. It's definitely a whole lot of better deal.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Um, okay, so this is a question. It's probably the hardest question I ask to my guests. Um, what comic book, cartoon, movie, or character in literature do you relate to the most?
um, that's a great question. Um, I would say, man, I would say like Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. Honestly, I would.
Okay.
Yeah, there's something about his whole journey in that book through humanity that is just super relatable and super human for a character like that I always find super endearing, and I just love revisiting time and time again. So like in comic books, I think it would be that. Like, man, the kid in me though would have to say like Batman and Batman the Animated Series. Like that was
Dope. That's dope.
that character had such a hand in raising me. So yeah,
Most
definitely those
definitely.
two. How about you,
So
man? What's your answer to that question?
I said uh, Proto Bagans.
Oh, okay, nice.
The thing with him is, he's a reluctant hero. He never wanted to go
Yes.
on these journeys. Um, but when he did, he got into it. And when it came down to it, he cared for his friends. He wanted his friends to be all right. And he didn't want to give up because he didn't want to fail his friends. So I always
That's
answer that
true.
with
I
that
love that,
question.
dude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a much better answer than mine.
Unlikely
Oh, yeah.
hero. That's what I am. I'm
Yeah,
not
I love
unlikely.
it. I love it. That's awesome.
um,
We need
and
we
you know
gotta
what?
have we gotta have our Frodos, man, right? We gotta have get it to
Most
get us through
definitely.
those tough spots. Yeah.
So, where did Doctor Doom fan club come from? I know you're a big fan of Doctor Doom, but
Just I love Doom and I just wanted to catch a name and something I could lean on and just never really change. So like that I felt like that was a good one. I know there's a little bit confusion. Like I think people think I'm gonna be exclusively, shelling out Doom content, and there is some Doom content there, but it's not the only thing I do. But yeah, I just
yeah,
Doom's one of my favorites, if not my favorite, and
nice.
I just wanted to just have a fun name to roll with. It's kind of been nice though here with like his stature increasing in the MCU. You know what I mean? It's
Everyone's catching up. You're already there, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you like him? Oh, I've been liking him longer than you. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
is he a good guy or a bad guy?
Ah, man, he's beyond that classification. He's both, man. Of course, like he's super complex in that respect. I love that. I think there's a maniacal, like abhorrent violence to him that can be like scary as shit and really like shake the foundation of the universe when he wants to. But there's also like this backbone, this spine of goodness in him that I think is always there. And that's what I love. Like with Doom, man, it's all about the dichotomy, and that's one of like the push and pulls I love about his character is like his thirst for power and the true belief that his way is the unequivocal right way, but also like the sincere, endearing, um, you know, side of him that can be emotional and can be kind of tender. So it's kind of it's wild. I love that part about him.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about Doctor Doom is that he he's like the epitome of like he joins like technology with magic.
Yes.
That is that's unbeatable.
Yeah. It's scary as hell. Like
It's
right.
scary as
But
hell, man.
that's the thing that people don't realize, man. It's just like
Yeah,
yeah, it's doing battle against somebody who has mastered both of those fields is like
yeah, that's
a
pretty
whole other
formidable.
things. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. So, and I love the backstory too. That like the magic comes from his mom. That she was a practicing. You know what I mean? And that
yeah,
he first dabbled with it, trying to reclaim her soul from hell. So, like, I love that. That's kind of like the how it came to be. Super dope.
nice. Tony Stark, Doctor Doom. What do you think about that?
I love it, man. It's one of my favorite team ups, dude. I hope to see, it's kind of weird now with RDJ playing Doom, but I could kind of hope to see like some type of Doom Iron Man team up in the future. I don't know if you've read Iron Man 149 and 150 Doom Quest when they go
Oh, yeah.
Doom and Iron Man go back in time to Camelot together. It's one of my favorite comic book stories of all time. It's incredible. And yeah, like Doom, of course, Tony's there as a guest of King Arthur. Doom leaves on the first night, kills a knight, kills one of the knights of the Round Table as he does so, and then goes and sees Morgana Le Fay, wants to learn all of her magic,
Yeah,
her ancient dark magic, and then Tony's got to try to put the pieces together, and eventually they have to work together and create a time machine together out of like both of their suits of armor to get back home. It's like it's such a great story, man. But
yeah, that is
anytime
a
those
good
two
story.
are anytime those two are together, it's incredible. They share so many similarities that always make it like a good team up. So yeah, I hope to see it on the live screen.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they will. Um, I look at your IG page. The thing is that before I interview them, I do a quick research. Best thing is IG. Your IG page is amazing.
Thanks, man.
You like a little horror. You like a little bit of
Yeah,
horror.
just a
I
little
see
bit.
some Friday the 13th. I see some
And,
Jason action on
that's
here.
my buddy Verno. Yeah, I'm on Thursday nights. I'm over there at Blood Splatter Chatter talking horror movies. It's something I've really gotten into over the past couple of years, man. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I'm a full blown fan.
Nice.
How about you? You like it? You a horror guy?
You know what? I like the classic Universal monsters like Frankenstein,
Nice.
Dracula. I love Halloween. I love haunted houses. I can't sit down and watch a horror movie. The thing is that I have no control. I have a hard time just letting myself be scared. I don't like to be scared. I don't like that feeling. I get anxiety. So yeah, the thing with a haunted house, they scare me, but I could keep on moving. When you're
Right.
watching a horror movie, you got to sit your ass there and just take it.
Yeah.
And I don't
And
like
it's like, dude, horror movies these days are intense, man. Like
Oh
it's
my
an
gosh,
intense
they're so lifelike.
experience. Yeah,
Well,
it's they're hardcore. So it's like you
I
gotta
have a
get it down.
friend. I have a friend, Patrick Hardy. When I went to HeroesCon, after I left HeroesCon, I drove up to Annapolis, Maryland. He has
Oh yeah, that
movie prop.
incredible.
He has
Oh
movie
man,
props, and he's a big horror guy. 90% of his collection is horror. So I'm all looking at severed heads, severed arms, and it all looks real. It's like, oh my god, dude.
that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I was questioning my faith. I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna get out of here? I can be one of his props.
Yeah,
I
that looks a
don't
little
know,
too
man.
real, man. That looks
I
a
was
little
like,
too
oh my
real.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. If there was one superpower you could have, what would that superpower be?
Whoa. So I always go back and forth on this between like flying and a lot of other things, but flying is always up there for me. So I'm just gonna go with that. I think it would just be awesome to be able to fly, man. It would be um, something incredible. I know that usually goes with the super strength and the laser eyes and all that, but if I could, just have that one, I think it would be pretty dope. I know that doesn't necessarily serve me in a superhero capacity. So like, um, yeah, I don't know. I think if I was like a superhero and I had to pick like one that I want, in action, um, I don't know, man. Super speed would be pretty fun. You could do some crazy things with that. So you don't have to. You can just tap a guy at super speed and he'll go 300 yards. So
Okay, I never told, and in my interviews, I never told anybody. See, the thing is, I've had time to think about all these because
I
I asked these questions. Mine would be, I can make someone shit in their pants at will. You know, when someone
So hold
shits their
on.
pants.
You told me in backstage this is like the 20th some episode. You've been thinking about this question for 20 some episodes, and this is what you got. All right, so I got to hear. Yeah, hit me with this reason.
Okay, the thing is, when someone shits their pants, they're pretty vulnerable. They're not going to want to fight back. So I would have that ability to make someone shit their pants at will. That's my superpower.
Wow. They got to know it's from you too, right? They don't want to just. You don't want it to be random. Like you got to know it came with insidious intent from.
Oh, I would point that on. I nod my head, say, "You shit your pants." I did that. Do you collect? Do you collect anything besides comic books?
Books. I just have a ton of books as it is in general. Not like really collect anything. Like I don't have close to 3,000 of anything else like I do comic book issues, bro.
Oh, good.
I do have some like figures and stuff like that, but nothing hardcore. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Are those ones that are like 500,000 bucks? Those kind of statues? The real hefty
No,
one?
dude, I really wish I could get into the statue game like that. I really do. I don't have any of those. There's some
I don't have
incredible
the
ones out there.
space. Yeah, for me, I
True,
don't have the
true.
space. Look at this.
And I
This is
still,
all.
my kids are 5 and 6, and those little gremlins
Oh,
would tear it apart too. Like it would make me too nervous to have something
trying to
against
climb
that.
on it. Ooh, ooh,
Want to
I
play with it like
shudder.
it's a toy? Yeah,
Ugh.
I think it's an action figure or something.
So currently, what comic books are you reading?
Man, like this week, I'm reading everything, bro. Like,
Holy.
yeah, like, I mean,
Where are you like top 3, top 4?
man, right now I'm loving. I just, man, I'm loving. I'll shout out some like general like publishing
Yeah.
initiatives. I'm loving like a lot of the. I know you're a big fan. Rick Remender's your guy. Giant
Yeah.
Generator, dude.
Okay.
Escape is great. Seasons has been great.
Oh shit.
Grommets has been great. Like everything that guy puts out has been amazing.
Yeah.
Absolute Universe, I've been loving. Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Batman. DC is killing it. I think all across the board now. Right now, like I'm loving a lot of things they're putting out. Yeah, it's a lot of DC and a lot of Image. Marvel is kind of struggling to keep up, man. I got to be honest.
Like very little Marvel. I read very little Marvel these days. I wish they would clean up X-Men. You know, I'm a big X-Men guy,
That
but
whole
I
relaunch
haven't.
was a mess.
Yeah.
What a disaster.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, they'll reboot and then they'll come out with 30 comics. Read all these. I'm like, what? I only got money for like a couple, and the couple that I picked, they're not good reads.
Seriously.
You know,
I don't know. They had way too many. It was like 4 or 5 titles that I think they stretched themselves way too thin. They should have just consolidated and had like Uncanny X-Men back or something like that, and just put a really like gone all in on that creative team and just tried to go from there. But it feels like I don't know. They have like what I really enjoy from them now are like the little like mini series kind of Elseworlds. Like I love that Daredevil Cold Day in Hell book that they did.
nice.
Looked good.
Okay.
And like Avengers Twilight with like some books like that. But like I don't know, man. I don't find myself reading a whole lot of Marvel these days. It's a lot of DC, a lot of Image.
Oh, like you said, you know, hopefully, you know, Marvel could get it together.
Back
You
on
know,
track. Yeah.
they have, you know, you mentioned them like Wolverine. They have amazing characters. They just need to do something with them. You know.
I grew up a Marvel kid, man. Almost
Yeah, me too.
exclusively. You know what I mean? It's not like the love isn't there. I mean, it's definitely there. It's just it's depressing to see the moves they're making and know that they're making them for like all the reasons that I don't agree with. Like I think there's a lot of cost cutting measures going on. Like there's not the I think they're letting the movies kind of like spill over into the creative side of what the comics are doing, and that's just like a mess. I feel like I don't know versus what you look at DC and like how they have all their ducks in a row publishing wise, the talent they've assembled, that they've been that they're going to have on these books long term. Like everything just seems it's just night and day right now. So yeah, like you said, man. Hopefully they can get it together.
Most definitely. Does anyone else in your family collect comics?
No,
Yeah,
just
same here.
me. Yeah,
Just
solo dolo. Yep.
you didn't have YouTube or IG. Who do we talk to about this stuff? That's crazy.
It's so true. It is so true.
All right, so I have a few more questions, and we're gonna wrap this up, dude. 30 minutes. I told you it was gonna go fast. Is there any grails in your near future that you're looking at?
Man, possibly. I always go back and forth when I'm about to spend that much money on a comic book and think about all the other things I could be getting with it instead, though. And I'm not a big grails guy. I don't have any slabs, so it's like I do have books that I'd like to get, but like the one I think that is definitely going to happen soon is the McFarlane Wolverine Incredible Hulk with the reflection and the blades.
go.
I
Let's
got to
go.
get that one.
Yeah.
I've been like circling that one for way too long, and I need to just step up and buy that one. And that one's super affordable. So
Yeah. No, well, one person's grail is
absolutely, man.
yeah. Everyone has a different grail. You know, mine is Iron Man 55. Thanos. You know, my LCS, they have it in a glass case. Every time I go, I look at it, I'm thinking, I'm going to get it. And you know what will break my heart is one day when I am able to get it, I go there and they sold it right before. I've had dreams about that, that someone snagged it before I would put my money down on it. So that's going to have to happen
That's
soon.
crazy. I didn't know he was Thanos first appeared in an Iron Man comic. That's cool.
Yeah, Iron Man 55.
Oh
First
yeah.
appearance. You got I think Drax the Destroyer and I think the Blood Brothers are also in it.
Oh
So
okay.
yeah, it has some first appearances, but namely Thanos. That's the big
Yeah.
one. Um, where do you see yourself in 5 years in the hobby?
Man, hopefully just right here, kind of doing the same thing, reading these
Oh
books,
yeah,
talking about them. You
yeah.
know, I hope. I think my biggest concern, looking down the road in 5 years' time, is the world around us and what that's going to look like. And you know, is the industry going to be as healthy as it is today? And what's the physical media world going to look like? Like, you know, I feel like some of these folks want to move away from actual physical issues. So I don't know. I'm intrigued and trepidatious and anxious and excited and all that stuff. But yeah, for me personally, man, just you know, hopefully doing more of the same. This has been a fun ride. I've cultivated some great friendships out of it and met some incredible people, yourself included. And
Thank you.
yeah, I
Appreciate
just want to keep I just want to keep doing that, man. And you know, I feel like there's um so many more people to meet and um you know, things to do. So yeah, hopefully I'm right here, bro.
Well, you know, I know Nick Comic Culture, and you're saying physical media. And, you know, he does so many comics. He reviews so many comics weekly. I noticed that he's reading some comics on his is it iPad? So
Yeah,
he's reading it digitally, and I would hate to I would hate for it to all go digital, you know, because one thing is the weekly going to the LCS, right? Looking on the rack, seeing the comics, picking the comics that you want, and you know, besides, you know, I have a pull list, but sometimes there's something that fell through the cracks that I see on the shelf. I'm like, oh damn, I would hate it that the medium goes digital. That would break my heart because
same,
I love the physical, you know.
same. There's nothing like the smell of a book, man. It's
Oh,
incredible.
dude, Stu, you know the
Yeah.
aroma. It's beautiful.
I'm addicted for real. Like it's ridiculous. Like my wife and my daughter look at me like weirdos. Like I'll get a book and be over there smelling in the corner
Those
like a
looks too.
freaking
Okay, last question. Last question. Then I'll let you go. Um, what are some of the your favorite moments in the hobby?
oh man. Um I don't like it's not like specific moments, but just like, you know, meeting Fable, getting introduced to all those guys, meeting Eric and Nick. You know, after that, kind of getting down with the PCP crew and all those fellows, and then
Yep.
you know, getting on stream for the first time, learning a lot of things the hard way. I'm thankful for all the hard lessons I've learned, like technically and getting comfortable on camera and you know figuring out you know what you want to do and what you want to say. So, um, yeah, man. And then like I think it's always dope. Like you know, like when you came on the show with Fable, and then I came on, you know, came on your show afterwards. I just
Oh, you kind of got muted. I can't hear you. I know you're saying some awesome shit. No problem.
my bad, man. This mic
No,
keeps.
no, it's all good. It's all good. You said something about you being on my show, and then I was on BlamePhable with you guys.
So I like when you came on Blame Fable and then I came back on your show afterwards. I just love those moments where you meet somebody new, you go on their show, vice versa, and then like, your community expands a little bit. Because I feel like there's a lot of like, weirdness or tension between people or groups in this thing that does not need to be there. And I think a lot of things are just a conversation away from being a whole different situation. So yeah, I love it. I love it when the plan comes together and you meet somebody and have a great time with them on the show and get to become cool with them afterwards. So like that, I think that's always part of my favorite thing. And also like seeing all these different people I've interacted with and done shows with, continuing to do their thing, continuing to thrive in this community, have amazing followings, put out amazing content. I mean, there's so many folks out here killing it on a daily basis. So like every day of the week, you got your pick of like a murderer's row of talent out here. So it's incredible, man. There's been so many moments, but yeah, the big ones, just getting introduced to the crew, getting on the streams for the first time, learning those hard lessons, and then of course like the meeting people physically at Heroes, having those interactions, like that's the top of the top for me, because that's when it all comes together. And you really, it's just it's an incredible weekend. So yeah, those are all some big ones.
Well, definitely with the cons, when you're in the community like Instagram and YouTube, it's a different ballgame. It's a totally different ballgame. But as far as you, Stu, dude, you're such a natural at it. You know what I mean? You're like such a cool dude. The thing is that when you are on YouTube, Instagram, you could see the passion that you have for the hobby, and that's very inspiring, And it's like, dude, who doesn't want to be your friend, dude? I go, oh, that dude's cool. I gotta be that dude's friend.
Thanks, bro. That's awesome.
But I want to thank you for your time, Stu. Wow, what a wonderful interview.
Yeah,
it was so good.
It's great. Always great to get together with you, brother.
Yeah, no, see, dude, I told you 20, 30 minutes. We're over 40. But again, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank everyone who's going to be watching this. This will be in November. I've been doing so many of these.
Look, I was watching the other day, and I was like, "Dang, he's got them lined up." Like, yeah, you had
dude. You know what?
All of October coming up.
Well, you said it. I mean, there's just so many people in the community, so many awesome people in the community. I want to talk to everybody. Like, the thing is that the coolest thing is that I've been interviewing people that I've never met before. First time would be like doing an interview, and it'd go as smooth as how we're talking. You know what I mean? It's like we've known each other forever. So yeah, as far as doing this, it's just been fun, man. And I'm so happy to know you.
Yeah.
And dude, your crew, you guys got the awesome crew. The thing is that when you have something like that, that's special. You got to hold on to that as long as you can. Tomorrow's not promised, so you got to definitely enjoy it today. So, Stu, again, thank you. And everybody, peace. We're out of here.
Later, y'all.
I forgot to take us off the screen.